It felt like spotting a side path everyone passes without a second glance. The moment I took it, everything clicked and the whole flow got simpler. I went with a play most traders never even consider. Want to see the move? Stick around and I'll walk you through it step by step. When I first jumped into crypto, I had zero clue, no plan, just chasing whatever was loud. My so-called strategy was to ride hype trains and buy every fresh launch that looked hot. For a short stretch, it felt like I'd cracked it. My balance kept creeping up day after day. Then the market turned, and those paper wins disappeared by morning. That hit woke me up. I had no system at all. I nearly ignored a ridiculously simple method I later found, but treating it like a drill. Discipline first, silence the chatter, follow the checklist, flipped everything. Instead of steady losses, I began stacking consistent 5 times gains on the regular. I'll break down the whole framework for you, step by step. But before I break down the exact steps, there's something important we've got to cover first, because this is the trap most new people fall into without noticing. I can still picture my first time with Pump Fun. At the start, everything felt effortless, maybe a little too effortless. The platform looked polished, the flow was smooth, and it tricked me into thinking I had full control. That boost of confidence pulled me deeper without hesitation. But as I went further, small obstacles started popping up one after another. If you're not prepared, they'll blindside you real quick. That's why we'll tackle those first, so the rest of the system runs like clockwork. Open up Photon, flip the filter to Pump Fun, and the screen instantly comes alive, tokens rolling through non-stop. It's kind of like watching fighter jets scream across the sky. By the time you catch one, it's already past you. Everything updates in real time, second after second, so even a tiny slip in focus can cost you the chance. The speed doesn't slow down, so your best edge here is staying sharp and ready to move. In this space, even a short pause usually means you're left behind. Now switch the filter over to Raydium CPMM and you'll notice the whole picture changes. Instead of dealing with wild chaos, you're now seeing tokens that move with a bit more order. Liquidity holds steady, trading volume comes in at a consistent pace, and market caps don't swing all over the place. It's the kind of spot that attracts traders with more experience. Up next, I'll show you how to spot the projects that are actually worth paying attention to. When I first thought about making a token, I didn't even think it was for me. I pictured needing to code smart contracts from scratch, slog through heavy blockchain docs, and deal with constant bugs. The options looked bad. Waste weeks buried in the tech or pay big money for someone else to do it. Then I came across MoonTool, and suddenly it was simple. No coding, no stress. Just drop in your info, choose your settings, and launch. If you can handle a normal sign-up form, you're good to go. I've launched multiple tokens this way, and what looked like a nightmare ended up being smooth sailing. The very first step in launching your token is creating a logo that grabs attention. Think of it like the face of your project, the thing that makes people want to check it out. Personally, I like using Canva because it's fast, super simple, and still gives you professional-looking designs. For example, I was checking out the new Fortnite Battle Pass, and the Power Rangers caught my eye, so I decided to theme my coin around that. After you've uploaded your design, scale it down so the final size is exactly 128 by 128 pixels. If the image looks fuzzy, warped, or a little uneven, spend a minute fixing it up. Those small adjustments go a long way in making your project look polished. Once the logo looks sharp and centered, save it. Then we can keep moving forward. To get started, fire up MoonTool and connect it to your Phantom wallet. The link should go through right away. On the setup form, write Ranger Coin in the token name field and use Ranger as the symbol. You can skip adding a description at this point unless you've already drafted one. Once that's done, upload the logo you made in Canva, check that it's polished and centered, and click Next to continue. No need to stress about setting decimals or calculating total supply. MoonTool does all of that automatically in the background. The system takes care of the fine details, so you don't have to mess with them yourself. Once that part is finished, just hit Next and move on with the setup. During the verification step, a request for 0.1 Solana will appear. No need to worry, this isn't a real charge, it's simply a test to make sure the system's working. I normally just reject it so nothing touches my Solana. Once that's out of the way, click Next and keep moving. Here's the part where you can drop in any social or community links you've got. Adding them makes your token a bit easier to find for people already following you. Just remember, this step isn't required for Raydium. If you don't feel like filling it out, hit skip and move forward. You might think about skipping the 0.3 Solana fee to save some coins, but that choice can hurt your project later. Investors usually look for confirmation that the freeze, mint, and update rights are secured. If those aren't locked, many people view it as a red flag. Go ahead and lock them down, then click Launch My Token Now to continue. Pause here for a second. This part really matters. Your wallet will pop up with a request for approval. Just hit confirm and let the process handle itself. Any alerts you see are normal, nothing to stress over. Once you approve, the blockchain secures your token and it launches instantly. The next step is locking your liquidity. Jump over to Raydium and build a pool from the ground up. Everything is organized clearly on the screen, so you won't be digging around for settings. From start to finish, it's quick to set up and doesn't come across as complex. Head over to the User Token tab and paste your contract address exactly as it appears. Double-checking matters here since even a single wrong digit can break things. For the details, use Ranger as your symbol and Ranger coin for the full token name so everything looks clean. Don't forget to press Add User Token, or Raydium won't pick it up and it could disappear from searches. After that, move on to Liquidity. Drop about 900 million of your 1 billion tokens into the pool with Solana. That balance gives your coin a price anchor, keeps trading smooth, and builds a reliable base for growth. The next step is pairing your token with Solana. The easiest way is to hit Max, which dumps nearly all of your Solana into the pool, but make sure you keep at least 0.2 Solana aside for gas. If you forget, the transaction could fail. Once that's squared away, set your trading fee. I personally choose 2% because it balances out lower costs for traders with consistent rewards for the pool. That said, you can adjust it depending on your own strategy. This is the last step in the process. Hit Initialize Liquidity Pool to wrap things up. Your Phantom wallet will show a confirmation prompt. Go ahead and approve it, then wait a few seconds while it processes. Once it's done, your token goes live on Solana and is officially open for trading. Fire up Photon one more time and confirm that the Raydium filter is turned on. Doing this refreshes the token list, so it only shows the latest entries. As soon as you spot your token there, you'll know the launch went through and it's now live for trading. If you want to keep tabs on your token, open DEXScreener and click into any chart. The specific one doesn't matter. Once it's loaded, go up to the address bar and replace the contract ID with your token's address. Hit enter, and the live stats will display right away. You can also use the search box to type in your token name and choose it straight from the drop-down list. As soon as the chart displays, the price will look like it's always shifting. That's not instability. Bots are firing off lightning-fast trades, grabbing fractions of profit over and over. The activity happens at such a crazy speed that most users don't even realize it. The constant motion generates hype, which often pulls in early investors. Getting in right at launch puts you one step ahead of most traders. Those first holders play a big role in balancing the price while new buyers slowly come in. Once you've secured your position, the chart usually trends upward at a steady pace, so you don't have to babysit it every minute. And if you'd rather play safe, you always have the option to pull your liquidity whenever you like. For now, I'm just letting the price do its thing. We're already over an hour into the process, and we see that liquidity has held up quite well. The chart looks quite stable, and payments have been fluctuating as they should in the last few minutes. Right now, it's more about keeping an eye on things before making the next move. At this stage, the liquidity is showing strong numbers, and the chart has been holding up without any big shifts. That kind of stability is exactly what we like to see before making a move. So now, I'm going to guide you through the process of pulling out your liquidity, step by step, in a way that keeps everything easy to follow and completely problem-free. Start by making sure your wallet is properly linked to Raydium. It needs to be the same wallet you launched your token with, otherwise your balances won't line up. The sync usually happens right away, so there's no long wait. After that, head into the Portfolio section and switch over to the Liquidity tab. That's where you'll see all your tokens and any pools you've joined. If nothing shows at first, don't stress. Raydium can take 10 to 15 minutes to refresh. Once your pool is listed, click the minus sign, select 100%, set Solana as the payout, and hit Remove Liquidity. Phantom will ask for confirmation, approve it, and keep the screen open until it finishes. When the process completes, you'll see a confirmation window appear. That's your signal it went through. From there, head into your wallet and review the balances to confirm all the funds were returned and nothing's missing. This method runs without problems, and repeating it regularly can stack up reliable profits over time. Just so you know, I'm not connected to MoonTool, Photon, or Raydium in any way. I'm simply sharing my own approach. Every key link you might need is in the description and also pinned in the comments. At this point, everything feels solid. Returns are coming in consistently and the system hasn't glitched. Following a regular rhythm is what keeps it stable. When trading activity picks up, consider that your signal to re-engage. You're free to run through this cycle again whenever you want.